Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to talk about the actual cost for $20,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 56-year-old female. Now, the first thing you need to understand is you can go to our website. On just about every page, we've got these quarters, and you can click the state that you live in, and we're licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Click the coverage amount, put your birthday in there, fill the info, go click Get Quotes Now. And it'll take you to a page that's going to show you all the best insurance companies available in your state and the lowest pricing, and you will be an educated shopper. So take advantage of that. We provide that free of charge. You can also call us at 888-862-9456 if you want to talk with a person. Now, the first thing you need to really think about as a 56-year-old female is $20,000 going to be enough to cover your final expense needs, whether that's burial or cremation. Now, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. And that's if you just come home in a cardboard box or an urn, nothing fancy. Now, if you're going to get cremated and have some sort of celebration or ceremony, celebration of life or remembrance of life, anything like that, that's probably going to be $3,500 to $4,500. And if you look at $20,000, obviously that's enough insurance. But we would take a look at that and go, there is a risk that you could be overinsured, and we don't want you to be overinsured either. Most of the people we help are on fixed or limited incomes, and money's kind of tight, so we don't want to burden anybody down with a high premium. So if you're looking at just kind of the coming home in a cardboard box urn type cremation, probably around $5,000 to $7,000, and if you're going to have the ceremony, maybe $7,000 to $10,000. Just keep in mind, you can always add more coverage if your budget's a little tight. So get what you can afford right now, and we can always help you add more coverage later. Now, if you're going to have the burial, that's typically the average cost right now is right around $10,000 for a burial. And I can tell you one thing, that won't be very fancy. But most funeral homes, if you walk in with a $10,000 check right now, they'll get things done. Again, it will be very modest, but we have a hard time believing they will say no and kind of let that check walk on down to their competition just down the road. But, if you're age 56, you probably want to make it to 66 and then maybe 76, maybe even 86. So you would probably want a little bit more coverage than $10,000 if you can afford it for the future. So maybe $10,000, $15,000, even $20,000. Again, kind of let your budget dictate because you can always add more coverage later. Now, one thing we always recommend is first day coverage or benefits, and that's exactly what we help people out with. Now, a lot of people would say, hey, I like the first day coverage, but they ask health questions, and I'm not in the greatest of health. And to that we say, hey, that's why we work with so many different insurance companies, because they've all got different underwriting, and really 95% of the time we're able to get people first day coverage or benefits. Now, the only time we wouldn't be able to get first day coverage is if you had something really significant going on, like you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you were on dialysis, or you were in a hospital or in a nursing home. If that were the case, we'd probably refer you out to a different insurance company. The other thing that can happen too, and it seems like every week this happens, is we get a call from somebody and they go, hey, we had a family member die this last week, and they didn't have insurance and we don't have any money ourselves. And their body's down at the funeral home, and the funeral home director's not going to do anything until he gets the check in his hand. So we need to get this insurance really quick and get that check into the hand of the funeral guy. And what we have to tell them is there's no insurance company in the United States that offers insurance plans for dead people who already died. So it's just terrible that person died. They knew they were going to die, and they just kind of rolled the dice and they lost. And now their family is left with this huge financial burden, but also this huge emotional burden. And he just kind of threw that to them, and now they're having to figure it out. And don't be that person. Don't be that person. This coverage is affordable, and just get it, because you don't know if you're going to be here another 20 seconds or another 20 years. So don't be that person. Now, one thing we don't recommend is 2-year waiting period policies. Now, Colonial Penn, fairly well-known company out there. I think it's because they run their TV commercials. It seems like every 7 minutes on the TV. But, just understand their $9.95 plan, the one they advertise on TV, is a 2-year waiting period plan. And that is not ideal, because if you pass away in the first 2 years from a health or medical reason, they're not going to pay any life insurance death benefit at all. They'll just return your premium and give you a little percentage, but they're not going to pay out a death benefit. So it's not good. There's other companies out there as well. Mutual of Omaha, United of Omaha, AIG, Gerber, they all offer 2-year waiting period plans. And there's other companies out there too. That's all they offer. And some of those companies have done a great job of convincing the American public who are age 50 and older that the only thing that they can qualify for is a 2-year waiting period policy. And nothing is further from the truth. And we always go, ha, you know what? We help people with first day coverage. So we will laugh at those policies all day long. Now, again, a lot of 56-year-old females right here would go to Colonial Penn after watching that commercial, and they're going to think, holy cow, I can probably get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for $9.95. And it generally does not work out that way. It does not work out that way. Because if you look here, for a 56-year-old female, $9.95, one unit is only going to get you $1,719. And I tell you what, that's hardly even enough for a cremation these days. And it really wouldn't matter because it's got a 2-year waiting period and it's not going to pay out for 2 years if you die of a health or a medical reason. So why would you get a plan like this? But let's see if we can even get $20,000 here. We're going to max it at 15. Okay, you can actually get 25. Let's lower this down to, but that's $150. Is that like 10, 11 credits, units, 12 units? So 12 units is as close as we're going to get to 20,000, especially with their unit system. You kind of always end up with these wackadoodle numbers. For a 56-year-old female, other insurance companies, you can get exactly $20,000. With Colonial Penn, it's $20,628. So that's $120. Now let's go see what $20,000 worth of insurance would be for first day coverage. So we've got $20,000 right there, female age 56 right here. And we're going to click get quote. We're going to go back and look at this. Again, this is roughly $20,000 for $120, roughly. We'll just round numbers. And we can see that Trinity Life Insurance, great company. We work with them. Level coverage means first day coverage. That's $51. So even if you doubled that, look at it's $20 more expensive. So think about this. Colonial Penn is way more than 200% more expensive. And you've got a 2-year waiting period. And they will allow you the privilege of overpaying on this policy for the rest of your life. So this is $51.50. This is roughly $70 more. 7 times 12 is $56 more a month. So 70 times 12 is $560 more a year. After 10 years, that will be, you've overpaid an extra $5,600 roughly on a $20,000 policy. So if that seems a little bit crazy to you, you are probably fairly normal. Why would you overpay almost $5,000 for something where you could get lower pricing? And just imagine if you lived another 20 or 30 years. Holy cow, that really adds up. So we don't recommend that at all. Let's take a look at some other companies here. Maybe some companies that advertise a little bit here and there. Oh yeah, like Lincoln Heritage right here. So they're a fine company, I guess, and level coverage right there. But look at the pricing, almost $80. Now they've got a deal where when you pass away, they will call 2 or 3 different places to funeral homes to kind of get the lowest pricing, best pricing. And they may do a couple other things too, but you pay a premium for that. You pay more. That's $70, so almost $80 versus $50. So about $30 more a month, roughly $360 more a year. After 10 years, that'd be an extra $3,600. So you got to ask yourself, is it worth paying around $3,600 more for a company to make a few phone calls and maybe do a couple other things? That seems awfully expensive. That's kind of what people tell us anyway. So we don't recommend that. We actually offer a free funeral and estate planning guide, and you can just fill that out. What goes where, who gets what you want done at the end of your life. Everything's laid out crystal clear. And then you just keep that with your insurance policy. And when you pass away, your family knows everything that you want done. And they will also know that you were thinking of them well in advance at a time in their lives when they'd be struggling both financially and emotionally, and you loved them and you took care of them. And what a wonderful legacy to leave behind. So we recommend you keep that money in your own pocket, spend it on your family while you're alive, and you'll have those memories, and they'll have those memories for the rest of your life. But don't give more money to an insurance company than you have to. Let's see other companies out there. Lumico, $70 versus $50, $20 more a month, $240 extra a year, $2,400 roughly after 10 years. Why would you overpay? Makes no sense. Keep that money in your own pocket. We can help you out with that. So go to our website. You can fill out the quote, or you can call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. And we've got a special quarter for our YouTube watchers, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. And if you have an existing policy and you want to price shop it, or you just want to add coverage to that, we can help you out with that. If you're looking for a brand new policy, we can help you out with that. If you just want some information and help, we can help you out with that too. So just reach out to us. We look forward to helping you out with this. And until that day comes, you take care. You stay safe. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.